Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Pickup Books. I am Komal and in today's video, I will take you through how we started and how we run a podcast. But before that, let's see what the podcast is about. Team of Towards Tomorrow is a team of authors diving into questions parents have today on parenting, forming stronger relationship with their kids, and helping their children grow. It's an initiative to create a supportive community and provides useful tips for just about any parenting scenario. This show will provide real answers to all of your pressing questions with some fun, insightful, and boundary pushing options. The team comprises three authors. Hunmun Edasani. She is working in a corporate job and holds the charter as a financial analyst with utter pride. She is a blogger and she recently published her debut novel, Never the Same. At the podcast, she takes care of the administration and also writes the content for the episode. Komal, you may already know me, but let me introduce myself. I am an engineer and pursuing my MBA currently. I am a blogger and also co-authored a few anthologies. At the podcast, I am the show host and I take care of editing the podcast. Srishti Sareen. She is currently pursuing MA in English. She started writing when she was in 10th standard and never got over the era of satisfaction ever again. At the podcast, she takes care of the marketing and also writes the content for the episode. Let me take you through the first step of the podcast, that is writing the script. As I am the show host, I cannot talk unless I have a script in hand, and that's okay if you don't as well. After deciding on what your podcast will be about, make some secondary research on the relevant topics that you can cover in your podcast. You can make use of the trending topics, or you can answer some of the questions on Quora, or you can even convert your previous blog post into a podcast. Make sure your written script is well structured and it can go on for about at least 5 minutes. And the next step in podcast is obviously to record the podcast, and for that I use this Boya mic. I have been using this for my YouTube videos which I was shooting on my phone, but since my camera has inbuilt microphone, I don't have to use it. So I just make use of this for the podcast. So to do the setup, I have my script ready over here, so I'll just run through it once because I will understand where I have to give a different expression, where I have to give appropriate pauses. So I just rehearse that, and I usually record the podcast in the afternoon time so that there are not many kids playing around in the park, else there will be a lot of shouting and screaming, and also at the time where there is not a lot of traffic. So noon is not a peak time, because around 5ish people will come out of their work and there will be a lot of traffic, there will be a lot of honking, and even though this microphone, it will cancel the noise, but it would be better if you could avoid all this disturbance. You will get a better clarity. It is common adolescent behavior Welcome to Towards Tomorrow podcast. I am your host Komal, and in today's episode, we will be talking about handling behavior issues in your teenager. It is common adolescent behavior to be disrespectful, rebellious, and often Finally, I'm done recording the podcast. It just took me around 15 minutes to do so. It didn't take me a lot of takes, and I'm really thankful for that. And now I will sit and edit the podcast. So now that I've recorded the podcast, it's time for me to edit the podcast. So I have 5 different clips and I have written it on my laptop, the timestamps when I started speaking. So in the first video, I might start speaking at around 2 seconds, or in the second audio, I would start talking at around 4 seconds. So I just made a note of it and I'll be editing. I don't have a very complex app as to edit. I just edit it on my phone, and this is the editor. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, this is the editor. I just trim all the 5 clips and then I merge it together and then I put it for publishing.
It's common adolescent behavior to be disrespectful, rebellious. Of dislike towards parents and family.
So I will be just adding the background music for the intro. And the main video or main audio as well. So that we'll just check the preview of how it sounds like.
Welcome to Towards Tomorrow podcast. I am your host Komal. Thank you for tuning in.
So we're done seeing the preview. The title is up, the description is up, the season 1 is also up, and let's publish it now. And ta-da, it's done.
That's it for today's video. I hope you guys are enjoying a new set of videos. If you want to subscribe to the podcast, then the links will be in the description box below. So go do subscribe it and share it with your friends. If you enjoy watching this video, leave a like, comment down your favorite podcast and share it with your friends and family. I will see you next time. Until then, take care and bye-bye.